Lesson 2 about websites. We've done HTML and very quick basic intro with page 1 here. We've got the header, the body sections, centering, attachments of websites to words, and adding pictures. Now, websites can get very big. Some websites have millions of pages, and so as I've already explained, you can't make these words bold like you would with Word, so you have to command it. But if I had to do a command to make something bold on every single word I wanted bold, it could get really annoying, and particularly if I then changed my mind, I'd have to go through the whole website and decide a different style. So what they do is they use a different file for outlining what all the styles are going to be. This is called a cascading style sheet because it cascades through the whole internet. CSS file. So here's I've got H1, that's heading 1 type, that's the main headings, and here I've outlined the style of my main headings, heading 1. I can then do a similar one for heading 2, which is a slightly different style that I might choose, and I can then outline which ones are my heading 2s in my whole website of millions of pages. And the important thing here is that I then get my HTML pages, my actual web pages, and I link them to my style sheet. It's a style sheet, it's a CSS file, the type is CSS, and I'm referring to this file, which I've got next here on my desktop, next to my web pages, and it's this one I've created here. Okay, now the important thing about CSS is that once you've got more than one page, so if I'm going to link this page 1 to my page 2, what I want to do is I want to get rid of this address and just put page 2.html. Okay, I can save that, and now this link, well, when I say click here, it's going to jump to page 2, which is next to it on my desktop. Okay, now the reason I'm doing this lesson is because now that I've got 2 pages, if they've both got a title and I've decided what my style of titles is going to be, I can say that they're both heading 1s, they're both main headings here, and all of this is a main heading starting there and it ends there. In fact, everything here is in heading 1 and will be in that style. The style is this type of font, this size, and it's bold. Okay? I'm not going to go through the details of all the things you can do with CSS and all the things now, but you get this is about the structure of websites. So page 1 is using heading 1, it is linked to styles.css. Page 2 is linked to styles.css, and it has heading 1 here. Okay? So if I save all this, I can open up page 1. It's using that style of font. It says click here, and it doesn't go to page 2 because I've put that in. So if I get rid of this, because it's on my desktop, I only need that. So I can run this and click that for page 2. Okay, so that is the same style heading as this. Okay, if I'm the manager of a website and I decide I'm going to change the style of the website, I only change the style file, the CSS file. So if I want to make it bigger, I could say that I want it 20 pixels big for every main heading. Okay, and that will then cascade through my whole website. Page 1 and page 2 are still using the styles of that file. So now when I open that thing up, I have a bigger heading here, and when I click, I have a bigger heading here. So all of my web pages are now changing because they're all using heading 1, but it's the CSS file that decides what style that heading 1 is going to be. Now that makes it much easier to manage a website. Okay? And that's basically what CSS is for. That's why you need another language. You need another language that defines the different styles that you want to use in your website. You can use any names. Heading H1 and H2 are standards. That's why you have CSS.